Hello, captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, here in the Tier 8 Premium Ayate. And as you can see from the results screen there, this actually isn't a bad match, and it is a very special one. So stick around for this one. Tell your friends to come and watch and subscribe as well, and help to support the channel and help me grow. So this is the Hayate. I think it was a campaign reward. Hard-hitting torpedoes. You can put a torpedo reload booster on it, but I don't. I much prefer to have a smoke screen available on this one. So it's a little bit like, what was I going to say, the Yadachi, but whereas the Yadachi has smoke and torpedo reload booster, this has one or the other similar to the Kagero. That's the other ship that has it. I had to rack my brain a moment there. But we're here, we're spawn on B-Cap, and somebody today learned that you don't push into B-Cap in a Japanese destroyer, especially when it's a Shimakaze, and there is a division of two Z-52s and a Daring that was myself, Ian with Love, and Sven from a different group of players that I'm part of. And oh boy, did we have a little bit of fun, and we did get some hate mail for that one, but I've had a chat with a guy since then and smoothed things over. I didn't report him, even though he was very, very nasty to me, but sometimes it's easier just to have a bit of a conversation with somebody and dampen the flames a little bit and hopefully make a new friend with it as well. Now, I don't particularly want to push into this cap, but cap's a king. It is domination, and yeah, pushing into a close space like this is not exactly what I want to be doing, because these channels are prone to getting torpedoed, and there are some nasty destroyers out here who are as likely to torpedo me as I am to torpedo them. And oh my goodness, broadside at the start, full spread of torpedoes, hit the engine boost, and that is just going to get us out of there in the nick of time and get us onto the cap. Guessing the question is, given that the guy has fired his torpedoes, is he going to come into the cap behind me? As I look and see a Vanguard pushing there, but it looks like the majority of our team have gone to the left of the minimap, to A cap. People are hanging out there on the right, and I'm feeling very, very lonely and vulnerable, sat in the middle of the map like this, knowing there's a destroyer out there, and knowing that this Vanguard is also pushing the cap, because I know that his HE will delete me with just probably 2 front turrets. So I want to contest as long as I can. The carrier is dropping bombs on him. I'm calling for the team to shoot at him, because if you can control this center cap and one of the outside caps, you've pretty much got the game. And given that the majority of our team is on the left side of the minimap, they haven't managed to secure that cap. And there's also a destroyer, I believe it's the Akazuki there, on that cap, and so I'm thinking I need to get away from here, but I really want to take this capture point. We can't let Red Team have all of their own way. We've lost a destroyer, they've lost a destroyer, this Vanguard is pushing down, he's committed. And this is the trouble with taking ships into the middle of this map, is you don't have anywhere to maneuver. You are literally stuck. Doesn't matter how fast you are, how agile you are, there's limited space in there. You're either gonna eat torpedoes or shells as you try to maneuver around, or you're going to run face first into an island, get stuck, and get focused down. But there is our first kill of the game with just under 34,000 damage. Thank you, Mr. Vanguard, for being the first of what is going to turn into a fistful of kills for me. but we're playing pretty much solo around the center of the map here. I don't really feel like I've got any support. I know there's a destroyer out here who's the closest target to me. I think it's the Akazuki, and although I've got quite hard-hitting guns on this and a reasonable reload, an Akazuki is pure gunboat with some torpedoes thrown in, and I'm just getting the bounce on this guy to try and hit him as hard as I can, as fast as I can, to try and get rid of him, and hope just in keeping him spotted that the team will get rid of him. But we've already had a fire on him. I think he takes another fire. We're going to put another salvo over. We're going to put a last salvo into there before we damage control ours, and he disappears, and we get a double fire on him. And I'm certain that if he hasn't got a damage control available, boom, there you go, kill number 2. That is him out of the map. I get very lucky there as the carrier swoops in for a bomb drop on me, and now I'm going to try and get turned back in and onto B cap, where the majority of the team did push round to the left hand side to Alpha cap. They finally, I want to say it's Alpha cap, I can't remember which way the cap letters go here. Is it A, B and C? A on the left, yes, A on the left, they've got it. So they've got that cap, they've pushed it, they've taken it, they've gotten rid of some of red team, and so I'm now going to do what I need to do and secure Bravo cap here. But there is a ship on it. I am located. It is going to be another destroyer. Now the question is, where do I put my guns? Where is my support? As I said, I really didn't feel like I had a lot of support in this game. Certainly that Akatsuki should have taken a salvo from somewhere, as well as having me shoot at it. But we got to go fishing with some torpedoes. The carrier is coming in on us again, and yeah, we're just expecting to take damage here really. And there we go, he gets a good hit, takes out our engine, but we're going to repair that, knock a couple more planes out of the sky. Our fishing expedition, I don't think, is going to be successful, but I can see that our carrier is dropping on their destroyer too. I can see roughly where he is, and I'm thinking, how do I get him? How do I get this cap? And then how do I get out of here without getting torpedoed like a dope? So we're waiting for him to be spotted. I'm checking to make sure I've got a clear run here. We're waiting for him to come round the corner. There he is. He's going away from us. Yagumo, another hard-hitting gunboat slash torpedo boat. It's a little bit of both, but I've finally got some help here with this Yagumo, and the guys are putting fire onto it. The Kaga is there as well, way at the back of the map. He's not in range, but the Yagumo has gone off the cap. I'm trying to stay skinny. I want to stay on the cap, and this is probably the most dope in a smoke that I've been, because I'm really expecting torpedoes coming from this guy. And yeah, I'm feeling vulnerable still, pretty much on my own in the middle of the map. And red team, the two Bismarcks that were in division on the team screen, are pushing round to the right side of the minimap. So keeping my eye on what's going on and what's developing around me, not wanting to sacrifice myself or the win for the sake of a dumb mistake. But there we go, the Yagumo, I think, gets torpedoes on our destroyer shortly, as the Graf takes out red team's aircraft carrier. So that is one thing that's out of the way that I don't need to worry about. We're only on 49,000 damage and 2 kills. There are 3 ships remaining, the Yagumo and 2 Bismarcks. And those Bismarcks are very pally-pally. They do have, obviously, long-range secondaries. And I'm certain that the Yagumo is going to run to them for help. But we are going to go on a little fishing expedition with a rack of torpedoes there. Only 1, not 2. We're going to play it safe just in case. And we're also going to have a crack at the other guy that's following them round. I don't know what they were doing. They've spent the majority of the time sailing all the way around the outside of the map. They've put their team at a huge disadvantage. I'm watching the range to the Bismarck, because running twist and track or Perceptive on your destroyer as we kill the Bismarck. Just as he clears the edge of the island for kill number 3, and I'm thinking, are we going to get as lucky with this next Bismarck? We're pushing the cap. We don't really need to push the cap, but there we go. Perceptive has switched to my left hand side. That means the Yagumo is coming in. We're going to be in for a bit of a scrap. Who is going to spot who? Fastest finger on the trigger. We get that first salvo off there. We get it in. We get the hit. We get a fire. We hit the Bismarck with 3 torpedoes and triple flood. And that's going to make him think twice. He knows where I am, but I'm spotted by the Bismarck. I'm going to be taking secondary fire. We drop detection for a moment. There's the Yagumo. Again, fastest finger. Boom, he's gone. Kill number 4. And the Bismarck is running. Ah, man. So close to a Kraken. He's in range, but he's going away from us. We got 15 seconds before torpedoes come up. The carrier is bringing planes on him. There's a battleship, I think, behind him as well, putting fire on him. And I'm just going to have to try and go fishing with this last set of torpedoes as they come available and hope that we can get something in on him. But he's taken fire, and I decide that if I can get a fire on this guy as he takes torpedoes from the carrier, I can brave the secondaries. We pick up Kraken Unleashed. 3 ships left in the game. We pick all 3 up with just under 126,000 damage. That was a nice bit of play at the end. I was surprised given how long I'd played along. But we break 3,000 XP by playing that cap very, very, very well. And I did tell you that this one was something special because it was my absolute first game of the day. There you go. But that's not all, because it was... Round of applause, please. Fanfare. Kraken Unleashed number 200. I really do hope that you will join me in celebrating that one and leave me a comment down below. Smash that like button. Tell your friends to come along and smash that like button and leave me a comment as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You can support the channel with a donation. You can become a member. All donations are gratefully received. And as always, until next time, take care and goodbye.